Amanda.
I'm Jen.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we read Forrest Gump by Winston Groom for our book talk. And I'll start by asking the first question. Nick, why do you think the author in the book, in almost every chapter, made Forrest say that he had to pee like all the time?
Well, I think it's because he's intellectually incapable of talking normally to a normal person because he is defined as an idiot with an IQ of 7%.
Mm-hmm. And like, for example, do you remember how he was up making like the football speech, and he was saying he had to give a speech, so all he said was I had to pee. Like, what do you think a normal person would say in that?
I think a normal person would say, I am honored to accept this award for
Like doing well.
Yes, for doing well and being named All-State American or All-American for football. Not as Forrest Gump would say, I have to pee.
Yeah, so it just shows how he's like intellectually different.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of like it shows that people don't accept him for what he is really.
Yeah, like no one understood it. Like where he was, like at in his life.
Great question. Okay, I have a question for you, but anyone can chime in if they want to. Okay. My question is, what do you think Lieutenant Dan's role was in the play?
The book. I thought that in the beginning he was very, had a good outlook on life. He was very positive. And after he lost his legs, became like kind of like the anti-transcendentalist like theme. He showed that through what he said, especially like at the end when Forrest met him just randomly. Forrest said like, oh, what about those natural laws you like always said you were governed by, and like what happened to those? And he said, oh, screw it, it's just a bunch of like philosophy, it's like a bunch of mumbo jumbo, like who cares about it? So I thought that was
Like his views. I think his views changed over time
because of like what he experienced. Yeah. I feel like that might happen to anybody though, if you experience something so traumatic.
Yeah. So Rebecca, what do you think Forrest thinks about himself?
I feel like he's trying to always do the right thing, but people don't see it that way. And I know in chapter 9, he's saving this like Chinese leader, and once he does it, everybody's like, oh, why'd you do that? You should have just let him drown. And then so he says, so I guess I done screwed up again. I don't know, I am still just trying to do the right thing. So like in his mind, he believes that it's okay, but I think everybody else is kind of judging
Yeah, they
him.
view it differently.
Yeah, but I think the only reason why they're judging him is because, like I said before, he is an idiot, or he's classified. But yeah, so he's classified as an idiot, so they don't trust him. Therefore, everything he does, they think is wrong.
Mm-hmm. They don't think he's doing any good for society. He's just kind of like a burden.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Amanda, I have a question for you. What event do you think impacted his life the most?
I think football impacted his life the most because that's where he met Bubba, and then it kind of like helped him create a name for himself and like find himself, which like led him to going to college, but then he like dropped out because he didn't have the grades for it.
And also, he was like such a big kid. Even in the beginning, talked about how he was like bigger than the other kids. He was like 6'6", I think, and like 200 something pounds, like just a huge guy. And if he didn't have that like physical appearance, or the coaches wouldn't have seen him as like a good asset to the team.
Also, as how he kept trying. He couldn't perform well. Like he was too nice. He couldn't tackle someone. And then they'll try to run with him with the ball.
Yeah.
Have him run with the ball. And he ended up actually seeing how he was really fast. So they put him as like a linebacker. Yeah.
And I think it's just kind of like a shame that he was like a great football player and he had that good quality, but he just was not able to he didn't have like the mental ability to go through school and like learn. But he did do well in that one
wasn't
class.
a right mindset for it.
I think he had like a mental disability.
Yeah.
I feel like it might have been like autism if we had it classified today. But it was like the 1960s. So I don't know. if I had to guess, because he was so, like awkward and so awkwardly, so socially awkward. Yeah.
I know the football coaches, they didn't even realize he was an idiot until they like sat him down. So it was just like his looks that were like, oh, you make a good football player. But it turned out like it just didn't work out for him.
Rebecca, I have a question. Why do you think it took so long for Forrest to get the dream of having his shrimp company with Bubba?
I feel like he just everything like kept happening to him. He like became an astronaut, like a wrestler, and just so many random
Crazy things.
Yeah, and like kind of what every kid wants to be when they grow up, but it wasn't what he wanted. Yet he kept like getting involved with it, and so it like pushed it off so long. And then he ended up like losing all his money and he had to regain it. So it's just
Like a dream deferred.
Yeah, exactly.
So Jen, what do you think the theme of the book is?
I think it's kind of based on discrimination and like judging someone before you actually like get to know them. Because Forrest definitely did have some like good qualities. It was like definitely loving, caring, like a great like he was a good athlete like for football, but he just did not like have any intellectual or anything. Like he just was not smart at all.
Yeah, I think it's like just be yourself. Like no
Also,
one,
yeah, he didn't care what other people thought.
yeah, like even if you keep being judged, just don't judge yourself. Keep doing what you're doing.
That's true.
He was really good at like mathematical things.
Yeah.
Which was like surprising. Everybody was like, how can he be so
Dumb.
socially weird and dumb and yet be like really good at math and like science? So that was just kind of like a weird
Thing about him. Well, I thought like the first paragraph in the book on page 1, he said, let me say this. Being an idiot is no box of chocolates. People laugh, lose patience, treat you shabby. Now folks say it's supposed to be kind of too afflicted, but let me tell you, it ain't always that way. Even so, I got no complaints, because I reckon I've lived a pretty interesting life, so to speak. So I think it kind of shows like other people's views on him, but also shows like he doesn't care. Like he thought he lived an interesting life, and he did like a lot of things.
Definitely did live an interesting
Yeah,
life.
like through all the things he did.
Yeah.
I was like reading them, and I was like, oh, this is really crazy. Like who would ever do something like this?
I feel like each chapter was like a totally different scenario.
Like he would have got to do whatever a normal kid would have wanted.
Yeah,
He got to do.
I feel like he lived like such an unpredictable life for like someone like him.
Okay, this is another question that I have, and it's open to everyone here, which is you three. And I'll give feedback on it once we're done. My question is, what style of writing, like how do you think the style of writing added to the theme of the book?
Well, throughout the book, he wrote in like first person, so he talked about events through how he saw them, and he always spelled everything like wrong, or he said like ain't a lot.
It was like a challenge to read because
Yeah.
it took you like a while to process what he was saying.
And it was kind of like awkward too, because like you could tell that he wasn't grown up. Like when he went to school, he wasn't taught like proper English, and like he definitely could not like write like other kids could.
Yeah.
And it wasn't very clear.
I feel like in his head he could think a lot, but he wasn't able to portray it to like other people.
Yeah, I felt like it was like things that like weren't finished, like ing words. He would like cut off the G. It was like not high education
Yeah.
stuff that he would use.
And that definitely showed like his personality and who he was and what he's capable of.
Yeah,
I think.
and it like helped give like a clear view of like where he stood, like educational wise.
But even though he like didn't have an education, he was still able to do so many things.
What do you think about him being put in like the lesser school, like the mental
Nut
school?
house?
Yeah, the nut
They
house.
call it
we'll
the
say.
nut house.
Yeah, I forgot.
Well, I think that was good for him because he would have never. That's the place for like kids like him. He would have never got out of the nut house if the football coach didn't see him and didn't want him to play football. So I think if he stayed in the nut house, he wouldn't have done all the great things like he did, like get to be an All-American, go in the army,
astronaut.
astronaut.
Yeah, like the shrimp
Yeah.
boat and live
Yeah.
his dream. Yeah. But do you think that like added to his more like social awkwardness? Because if he was with like regular kids in like a public school, I think he might have like adapted to their social norms.
I feel like he would have been like bullied by them just because he wasn't able to conduct himself in a social
Yeah, I
environment.
kind of feel like it would change the way he kind of looked at his life because he kind of lived it like he didn't really care what anybody thought. But I feel like if he went to like a normal school, it would have changed the way he looked at himself.
Yeah, that's true. Because he didn't really care.
This has been a book talk with
Amanda.
Jen,
Nick,
and Rebecca.
thanks for watching.
hope you had a good time.